Hello everyone. Hello and good morning and welcome to today's live. It is very exciting. We're going to be talking things all about scaling your business with soul. So let's get you on. Okay, so if you request to join, let's just wait for the request. Hey everyone. We're just waiting for Maii to drop on so I can accept her in. Here we go. And I feel she's coming. Hello, yes!
Hello, so excited to be here. I'm so excited. Hello, Natasha, and everyone who is watching. Hi!
Hey, and welcome. I'm so excited. I know my audience is going to absolutely love this live, talking all things about scaling your business with soul, but we're going to talk about things with the energetics as well as strategy, which me and Maii absolutely freaking love. So let's start with a little introduction. I am Natasha Clark, mindset and business coach. For those that don't know me, I am obsessed with helping female entrepreneurs build and scale their businesses, 6 figures and beyond, to be able to really build a lifestyle that sets their soul on fire. They're doing the work that they freaking love, as well as getting the outcomes and, of course, the revenue to build with them that. And I am so excited to welcome in Maii. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, welcome everyone to the conversation that I usually host on the Impact Me podcast as well. I'm so excited to be here with Natasha Clark. A little bit about if you're tuning in for the first time or you have known me through Natasha Live. So my name is Maii Vu. I'm a limitless coach. In my client's world, I am a miracle coach. I actually help people finding their potential and really scaling or energetically and expanding their business. So people working with me to run 2 businesses at the same time, or venturing into a new career, or actually scaling their business to a new level without working harder, without hustling. So I'm so excited to talk with you about scaling with soul, because it's such a jam that we are going to bring on both strategy, mindset, and energetic work onto the table today.
Yes, let's kick off. Right, so I've got my first question. So how do you change your energy when you're stuck at the income making 6K per month and want to get to the 20K mark? As I've tried to be positive and visualize what 20K months would feel like, but then I don't hit the goal and then I feel crap.
Wow, this is such a great question, because and first of all, for anyone who are watching or joining, I just wanted to say hi, and please drop hi if you catch us on replay. At the same time, it's going to be a rapid fire question, so you're going to hear Natasha throwing in strategy question, and I'm going to throw in energetic answer, and then we're going to throw all around like strategy, energetic questions, that answering and helping you to gain insights and also scaling or growing your business to the next level. So let's get to the first question. So when you actually get capped at the 6K and trying to visualize the 20K, this is actually what people get wrong about quantum leaping, or about manifestation, or about visualizations. Now, in order to get from 6K to 20K, there is a signature emotional requirement for you to be there. And the point that when you say like, I feel like crap, actually tells me that you being at the 10K feeling so disappointing that every single day you're trying to visualize, you're trying to meditate, you're trying to think about your next goal, you're trying to get there, you're trying to hustle, you launch more offer, you do these programs, you raise your rate, you're trying to get more client, but every single month it's go back to 8K, it's go back to 6K, 8K, like really kept at that point. Now, when something got kept or plateau in income, it's no longer a strategy problem, it is an energetic problems that you have to solve. The first thing first, feeling craps shows that you are feeling disappointing about your life right now. Now, if you're feeling disappointing about your life by basic law of attractions, then you are attracting disappointing results back into your world. And I can guarantee you but just this 1 minute shift, just picture the 20K version of you. Would they be like disappointing every single day that this person doesn't buy? Like, I just have this shot of like 2 people joining in this program, and I would make my income go, you know, like it's always that happen that way. Would they be in a disappointment, or would they actually flying on sky high and have the best time of their life, basking in abundance because they have so much more money than they actually need? Because when you grow beyond 10K, you have overflowing money. You actually don't need more than 10K to sustain, to invest, to do anything else in a business. So if that 20K version would be, what would that be like? And the funny thing is, when the question landed, I was like, wow, like this last month of me, August, was one of the minimum months for me, and it was a 20K chillax. I was like traveling for 10 days and take another 5 days off for holiday. In fact, Natasha like reached out to me, and I didn't get back to her like a month after, because I was in my zone of traveling and enjoying, and I couldn't believe in my eyes how money just keep coming, pouring in. People just found me, bought the courses. Randomly people reach out to me and say like they've been finding me everywhere and just pay for like thousands of dollars on coaching. So what does it mean, and how could I do that without any strategy, without any actions? Because I was having the most abundant time of my life. I was focusing on me. I was having the best time of my life. The emotional signature of that 20K for me was fully freedom. Like, think about it, 20K, what does it mean to you? When you have that 20K, what would that make you feel, right? You would feel proud taking your parents out for dinner. You feel like it's so abundant that you can actually bring your children to the park, not worrying about the money, not worrying about the next bill. You would be like enjoying the sun. So that was, in summaries for me, representing freedom. So you have to find that signature word for you. What does it mean? And you have to access that. The key is not disappointment. The key is actually accessing that emotions right now, which is very hard for a lot of people because you're fighting against reality. Your brain is going to always fighting evidence. This is not working. This is not working. It's not happening. Not many people is coming. You cannot get there because you are unworthy. You are not good enough, because a bunch of, you know, traumatic reasonings that we have at the start is gonna come up. This is a time to clean it up. So just a little bit about like that for now. But like, what about your point on that plateau?
Yeah, and I also think it's about, that's what trusting the process is. When the exterior world looks like it's not going to work out, that's when you've got to hold the faith and go, okay, this is the vibration I need to come off with. Because exactly like that, I picked that up when she said, I feel crap. And to her, she's like, this is the truth though. I do feel like this. Yes, but that is also the reason why you're not hitting that 20K month, right? And whatever numbers we're talking about, like, guys, just play with them. Like you bring them into your, could be 200K, 10K, 2K, doesn't matter. But the point is, you're never going to attract that 20K into your life because you're not even grateful for what you've got right now. You're not grateful going, wow, how incredible that I'm able to make this 6K. So that is not even an energetic match for you. Every month you're kind of like, oh, am I going to do it? Am I going to do it? Oh my God, I can make it. And then mind wants to go to, see, I told you you wouldn't do it. I told you you would make that 20K. It's because you're not good enough. You're not worthy. And that is why the energetics part of it, the worthiness, being open to receiving, being able to heal those wounds within you to then be like this and open up to the universe. Like, for example, last month for you, the 20K, well, that was an energetic minimum. Of course it was going to happen because you didn't have any fear or doubt or worry that it was going to happen. You were on holiday, living your best freaking life, right?
Yes.
So of course the money was just like, oh my God, I want to come to you, I want to come to you, and be attractive. So I think it's trusting the process, and the main thing is being grateful. What can you look at your life right now and go, wow, I'm so grateful I get to do this. I'm so grateful I have this. And go small, go general. I'm so grateful that I'm alive. It sounds so cliche, but when you're coming from that vibrational state, that is where the magic of manifesting is.
I just wanted to amplify the gratefulness because that is also my key secret of manifesting. Whenever I go for any big dreams that my brain couldn't rationalize it, and I couldn't be in touch with the essence of it yet. Sometimes you have big goals that you haven't been there, so you don't know how it plays out, right? So the first best thing is to have a coach, who have a mentor who have done it, to be around them and see like what is the energetic vibration they are, how they act, how they carry themselves, how they answer your questions, how they define objections, how they are hearing no's. Like, that is the first best thing. But the second best thing that I always remember is to be grateful for everything I have right now. Because going from a place of zero to my like multiple six figure, I knew how it felt when I was at zero. Like I felt like it's never gonna finish. I'm gonna be here forever. And I keep learning. I keep, you know, having programs and coaching. I was like digging so deep, and how come it's not happening right now? And let me tell you, when I hit that multiple six figure and my business started to, you know, be on wildfire and just spreading and growing and quantum leaping, I have no time to learn. I was missing that learning time. I was missing that time where I get to savor every single moment of my life. Even my sadness felt so yummy and so, you know, so connected. Like I miss those times to be quiet and to be in silence. So whenever I hit another, you know, downturn in business right now, I don't make it mean anything about me or my capacity. I appreciate the heck out of it, because I know one day, looking back, I'm gonna miss this time so much. I'm gonna miss it so much. And that actually, I think that is a distinguished definition between a 6K and 20K. You at 20K, you're gonna love every single minute that you're gonna be on your business. You don't hate anything. You don't blame anyone. You don't take a no for like an ending of the world. All right, I hear a no. I'll still go and have fun on my stories. So go and post something about it. It's nothing to me.
Yeah.
So expand your capacity to hold the disappointment, expand your capacity to hold the sadness. You have some energetic work to up level there to hold the next level of yourself.
Yeah.
So yummy.
Yeah. And detach. Like you've got to detach away from the outcome. You can't make it, or if I hit 20K, it means I'm amazing, I'm a badass coach, it means I'm this. No, you're this anyway. You're enough just being yourself.
You are that. Yes, you are that. You guys watching multiple six figure talking about, you know, this big money, because we really get it, and we really wanted you to understand the behind of it, because that is how you get there as well. Now that next question is a yummy strategy question. So I wanted my community wanted to ask, in your business model, what strategy or energy that comes first for you?
1,000,000% energy, right? 1,000,000%.
Even
right?
You are the business coach.
Exactly, right? Because this is the key. I had a launch and I made 60K, right? And I done the exact same launch and made £600. The exact same strategy, right? That is a massive difference. Why? The energetics were different. How I was feeling, my belief systems, the reasoning behind it. So yes, let's say I work with a client that comes to me and I give her the bulletproof strategy. But if we haven't worked on her, we haven't done her inner work, we haven't worked on her beliefs, her feeling worthy enough, receiving, her feeling confident, and not confident like, oh my God, I'm looking so great today, right? Confidence as in inside your heart. So you know you are worthy enough just as you are. Working on that, that's how you get the results you get. It isn't just me giving you a cookie cutter, here we go, here's a strategy to get you to 6 figures. And then you go, brilliant, I just got to do this. If you're full of doubt, if you're full of, oh, there's no way I can make that money. Look at that coach, she's doing this. Or look at this consultant. Or wow, this entrepreneur's doing this. I can never do that. Then you're never, ever, ever going to do it. So how I like to teach my clients is we lead with soul and we support with strategy. Because strategy is very important. You need strategy in your business, right? There's a social media strategy, selling strategy. Like there's of course strategy when it comes to business, but it has to be led by soul. The energetic is the most important thing ever. And I just want to caveat that by saying that when I say this, I don't mean you just sit and meditate and go, oh my God, 6 figures is just going to come to me, or dreamy clients are just going to come to me, and you're not actually taking the inspired action. You are co-creating with the universe. You have got to work with the universe to be able to create the desired outcome. What do you think?
Hands down, because I'm an energetic coach, so hands down for me is the energy. I actually scaling myself from 0 to 140K a year by the first year of business, purely I have absolutely no idea what I was doing, but purely from energetic point. Like I was having 0, 0, 0, 0, struggling. And one day I wake up and the intuition told me to launch like a $33 feminine class. And I was like, no, I'm going to pay for that, you know, feminine class. And $33 doesn't make $10,000 a month. But then it turns out to be such a blessing. A lot of people learn from me. And then feminine topic was actually something that the world discovered me in that topic. And I didn't know the world needs that from me. And one of my YouTube was uploaded a year before that, never kick off. And by that moment, it had gone viral, and I have no idea what was going on as well. And universe have a better plans, and so by listening to that intuition, it led me to like 70 people joining that class, and then it turns out to fill up my whole private coaching and another group for coaching programs. So that is how my 25K came along. It's never dropped down lower than like 10K month from then onwards. But then I couldn't pre-plan that. I actually told Nat that I've never got 5K months. I just jumped from like zero, struggling 100 here, 100 there, boom, to like 25K, because I believe and I have that uplifting version of me first and foremost. Now it does come with you embodiment of the next version. Now embodying the next version doesn't always go with flowers and butterflies and fairy tales. That actually does goes with the dark side of it as well. So think about it. I just did a live stream also on my IG. When you're trying to manifest something and universe keep giving you challenge, keep giving you like no, and people started to not support you, people walk away from you. The thing is, at that next milestone, when you have that 20K, or when you have a 30K or 100K, you are going to hear a lot of no's. You are going to have to be turned down to a lot. You are constantly going to face a lot of objection. You're constantly seeing people, oh, you're so inspiring, but never buy. Like, you're constantly growing your audiences without seeing the conversion goes up. And the thing is, you have to be able to handle that. So universe giving it right now, the lessons for you to learn to handle it before you get there, because universe doesn't want you to just get there by luck, but to sustain it, you have to be a different version. So for me, up level, embodying that next version first, and from that end version, I would look back and I'll be like, how does she launch this? How does she, like, what is a version of me, 100K me would launch this class? What if 100K me would launch this program? What does 100K me would have a quiet month look like? Like, keep looking in that way. And suddenly strategy just came, like, oh, do this, give away this. Like, something illogical would comes up. But the thing is, if you want illogical result, you gotta do illogical stuff. If you do follow logical actions and trying to get illogical result, this is why you go on a hamster wheels and never get there.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Let's move on to the next energy questions.
Yes. Okay. So question number 2: what has been the biggest energy hack that you have learned that has really changed your life financially?
Oh, I can share about that, right? So I love everything that say, and we're so aligned because we actually follow the same method. I think it's the universe method. So for me, I would circle back to the time where I hit that, struggling at 9 months, having a client here and there. So now I never know when the next client is. I don't work on strategy. It's actually overwhelmed me whenever I look at strategy. So I choose to go by heart. And I remember one day I wake up, I'd be like, I want 10K because I wanted to pay for this investment. I wanted to join a group coaching program. All of that cost me 12.5K. So like 2.5K. And that was like something beyond anything I have in my bank account. But I remember I told universe, give me something that I can afford this. I just asked for enough of it. And then I'd be like, no, I don't want to have just enough, because the version who have just enough can pay this off. But then the next day she'll go back to zero. I want double of it. I want 25K. And 25K to like a person who never earned even $1,000 consistently, it's something wild. But then I keep holding on to that vision. So I remember January, I wake up with that dream. Now March, I have the intuitive hit to launch the feminine class of $33. And, with 53 people would join, I'll be like, I have like 12 people would join, and half that would be my private client, the other half would be my friend. It's not going to make that 1,000, but I launched it anyway, and it happened that same way. I predicted, and it happened. It's logical steps. But then what I couldn't predict is someone saw me doing that and randomly inboxed me, and she turned out to be a leader to a community. She looked after me. Before that, I thought no one would get me because I've been speaking to no one, to like joining my live stream. And she inboxed me and she asked me to actually, can you teach us about this topic in my community? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to teach it for free. So I'm giving them like a tiny bit of my feminine class, and they love it. I remember 30 people joined me live, and 30 people turned out to buy the courses. And at the end, I have 73 people because they refer so much. It was so crazy. And I have 73 people. I have the best time of my life. I give so much value, but and in return, I didn't even expect anything back. I was like, I have 3 months playing, because that time was COVID happened and no money was available for part-time job, for any physical evidence that I can earn the money. So I'll be like, I give this my best, and this is this or never. And I just play, I give it so freely. And when you was acting on service mindset, when you listen to intuitive nudges and acting on the illogical stuff like that, and just surrender for the result to come, I never could predicting that, like, out of that 73 people reaching out to me asking for private coaching.
Yeah.
In 1 week I saw 5 slots of private coaching, and there's still so many more people trying to get into my calendar. I have to open a group coaching program and 2 group coaching program actually at that time, and at the end 25K land, and I paid off in full for the courses that supposed to give me 6-figure, but I make 6-figure before that. So
I love that.
That was the story. And the moral of it is, the biggest energy hack is literally being able to get in touch with your intuition. Like that, hands down, is number 1 key, because intuition will tell you what to do, where to go, what not to do, who to follow, what has to stop, what has to be amplifying on. So
yeah,
intuition,
you've got to listen. Yeah.
Yes. And the thing is, intuition is very hard to listen sometimes if you always, being in constant actions. And the next thing is working with the universe, co-creating service, giving value freely, play with the money. And yeah, just like I'm about to launch a manifestation event, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to give everything I know. I'm going to walk them through the experience. I don't even expect any sales from this one, but I know something miracle would happen, and let's see what's going to happen. What about
I love that. Can I just ask you that? So, because I know my audience will be thinking, okay, but when the results weren't coming in, so you weren't making much in your business to start with, right? And your goal was 25K. So you didn't even do it in like little kind of incremented steps. You were like, boom, I'm going all in. I went at 25K, right?
Yes.
So when that wasn't happening, what was your hack to keep the faith? Because the reality was like, the money's not coming. So how do you think you're getting 25K?
I love this question. A lot of people would be in the energy of, oh my gosh, I try 1 month, I try 2 months, and let's see if it's gonna happen. So that the energy of putting 1 foot forward but the other foot backward, like you are still testing the water, you are still trying to get, like, seeing if that's gonna happen, and a part of you is still trying to hold it off because you don't want to disappoint yourself. A lot of time right now I'm still catching myself doing something around a launch like this. Like, I'm going to try to do a reels and then like see if people like it, and I'm gonna post another content. Today I'd be like, damn it, no, I just gonna talk about this, no view, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna post about it. Like, I bombard I just keep my content out there, and I know that the right person would come along and love everything I do. So at that time, the first thing that helped me was longevity. I'm not here for 3 months. I'm not here for just 25K and done. I'm here for a bigger goal than that. I'm here for like the millions. I'm here for like the impact. I'm here for like thousands of people I wanted to reach. This, like, if I get to be that 1,000 of people that I'm impacting, this thing is so small. So I kind of like look at long term, and that longevity mindset helps me to put things in perspective when nothing was working. And the second thing is I learned to act without evidence, and that is so key. And I find a lot of people find this woo-woo, but it's not woo-woo at all. Act without evidence means like you don't look at how many likes you have, you don't look at how many views you have. Just keep acting like you are having 1,000 likes, acting like you're having 1,000 views. Let me tell you, I was live streaming, I talk about my life. I take my business so serious to the point that right now I have 120,000 downloads on my podcast. People start taking me serious. So you don't wait for people to do that first to validate yourself. You have to be the one who take your work seriously, take your business seriously, and take your life mission seriously. I'm doing this not just for the money. And I feel like that is how I actually stay in the game, because it's something more than money is in there for me. The purpose of it, like the missions of changing women's life and helping women not hustling and getting both in life. My client just celebrated her 100K year with everything on top, like she having a beautiful relationship, beautiful husband, healthy, and working half of the time, have the best time of her life, and nailing that. That is the mission. So I'm focusing and connecting with that. So it's the hack is connecting with the vision, appreciating everything you're having right now, and learning to undo a lot of meaning that you have
Yeah.
and feelings that you have that doesn't serve you anymore, and act without like without evidence, without acting. Universe can never meet you without you like showing up, initiating that first actions.
Yeah. Stop acting with validation. Like, stop doing
Yeah.
something. I'm going to go live because it's going to get me a client, or I'm going to
No.
post on social because it's going to go viral. Do what you love to do. Like, let's not forget why we started these businesses was to change freaking lives. So instead of making it mean something, why don't you just, like, for me, all I do in my business is play. Like, I'm obsessed with my business, with my clients. So for me, the context of I must make X amount of money to do this. I'll give you an example. When you're scaling your business and you want to get 7 figures, if you haven't hit, 87K that first month, it's like, oh my goodness, or 83K even, I'm not going to hit the 7 figures in a year because I didn't hit that. The context is this. I know I'm going to be a multimillionaire. I know that I'm going to impact millions upon millions of women's lives. Does it matter if I didn't hit a goal this particular month? No, because your mission is so much more bigger. And as soon as you can make the context from this to this, that's where you're going to feel free. That's what's going to feel good. And you're going to feel like you're leaning into your soul and you're having a great time at it. Because let me tell you this, the money in the account isn't what's going to make you successful or feel worthy or feel enough. You doing what you love to do every single day, that's freedom. The money is freedom. It's what you do with it. It's what it allows your lifestyle to be, how you can enjoy and grow your team and expand yourself and maybe do paid marketing. And that's how you're able to get yourself out to more people, to be able to spend more time with your family. That's the reasons we started these businesses. So I think lots of people in business are so not focused on the reason why they really wanted to do it and stop being validated by it didn't go viral. It doesn't matter because you're a badass and your business is going to be wildly successful anyway. Just take the action to help you along the way to do that.
It's putting everything in perspective, and back to my number one key is to really raising that emotional intelligence inside of you, the emotional capacity to hold dealing with that negative emotions, but at the same time be able to connect with the beautiful emotion that you wanted to create in your life. That itself, it's an art to learn. It's a process to learn, to master. All right, so we're gonna have another yummy strategy question. So one of my client actually asked me, like, I have so many ideas and programs. I think she is a passionate person. I saw other big coaches, like 8-figure coaches, 7-figure coaches, are selling a lot of courses right now and make tons of money. But how come it's so struggling for me to start selling a lot of courses and even like make sales for one?
Okay, firstly I would say, do you want to sell multiple products and services? That's the first thing. Right. Okay. So she does. Secondly is when you're looking at a coach that's making 7-8 figures, whatever it may be, they have got a very hot audience. That is why you can sell every single day. If you're trying to, let's say, even give a freebie, let's say you're doing a free masterclass, and you don't have a hot, warm audience, right? And we'll come to that, of how to do that in a minute. But if you don't have that, then nobody's going to even give you $1. Never mind, 10,000.
Going to give them time for free. Yes.
Exactly. So what you need to do is your focus needs to be content. Your focus needs to be when someone comes onto, let's say, your Instagram, they're amazed by how much value you're giving for free. You're showcasing yourself as the expert. They're building a know, like, and trust factor. As soon as someone then scrolls down and goes, she knows what she's talking about. She's seeing the results. She's seeing her embody her results. Not even just talk about how much money she's making. She's seeing that she's living a freedom lifestyle. That then makes somebody go, as soon as then that coach, let's say, puts something out there, of course people are going to buy. But you have to do the lead up to that. So that's why coaches, for example, can go, oh, come and buy this package one-on-one. And then also in the same day go, oh, you can buy this. Or if you want to work on energetics, I've got this and I've got this and I've got this. And that's why their audience don't feel overwhelmed. They feel like, oh my God, they feel connected to, that's what I need right now. But it all comes down to they have warmed their audience up. What you're seeing is you're not seeing the back end, you're seeing the front end, which is me putting a program out there and it getting sold out. You haven't seen the fact that I have done all the lead up to warm my audience to that point. Exactly. Do you agree?
Yeah, I absolutely agree, because a lot of people are trying to replicate something that they love. Like maybe you join a masterclass for free, you join an event for free. I did that before as well. I joined it. Oh my gosh, I love the way they run it. and I try to replicate that. It doesn't work at all. And the thing is, the first thing first is at each level of income milestone, no matter what you are doing, even if your strategy or energetic point, there is signature requirements according to it. So I have a specific masterclass on it. You can find me like on the link in bio. It's like a free. I talk about signature requirement, signature mistake, and challenge that each level would have, like from 0 to 5K, from 5K to 10K, from 10K and above. What actually you need to do, what actually you have to start focusing on. So for me, seeing 6, 7, and 8 figures coaches, I like the first thing first, they train their audiences to buy. Then and it's not everyone trying to be LV, but not everyone can sell a bag like an LV or Prada. The thing is, they have built brand, and brand is something that it's only be like observed, and it's kind of like the essence of it that you can't make sense. So I absolutely agree with the content. I absolutely agree with, you know, training the audiences, giving values, and being recognized for that one key things, or for that one value that you want people to know you about. For me, it's about quantum leap business model. For me, it's about energetic, and I can do strategy. Of course, I coach a lot of people scaling with strategy. Like Nat also do a lot of energetic work, but we want to present ourselves in a way that people can recognize it. Like a 7 years old can actually understand what are we doing. So it's really less about like what you love that you experience, because the current version of you experience this. Of course, you are their target audience, so you would like it, but then your target audience have less awareness, have a different level of buying behavior, have a different level of understanding on the topic. So if you're trying to say something woo-woo, something like, oh, I'm just gonna do manifestation for 5 days, come join me, no one would do anything around your life, even for free, because they don't understand what does it do for them, what is a manifestation would do. Would that give them the love or the money, or what is it that it's gonna give them? But for me, like now, like I just do a launch yesterday, and within like 12 hours, like nearly 100 people already joined, because like people understand. I have shown them for the last 3 months, I've grown from 0 to like multiple 6-figure. I've grown from 0 listener to like 120K downloads of podcasts organically with just manifestation. So they actually see the result I created. They actually saw the value I give. They actually know that, oh my gosh, like if she can do that, like I want to learn how she do it, and I want her to be in the work. And I'm sure if this is a paid class, and a lot of people would really buy it, but I feel like, oh, I just wanted to offer it for free. So you'll never actually understand why they do something for free. You never actually understand why they do it for paid, and how they do it is very different. So I recommend you to get a mentor to really guide you through it, because a mentor who have done it before can tell you what to avoid, what to do, what to focus for this level. Like if you haven't nailed 10K, then please go to having one key offer, like one clear message, maybe one group program, like one signature offer, but really master the sales of it, master the content of it. Because if you want to sell multiple product later on, you have to sell things. You have to be able to communicate in like a snapshot, and people get it and people buy it. So the level of magnetic sales, the level of confidence, the level of power has to be there. So right now, train yourself to be there, right? Start selling masterclasses for free. Start selling live stream for free. Like, don't just expect that you go live and people watch it. No, try to learn to communicate so people actually join your live stream, for example. I actually learned from there. So it's a lot of skills, but at the same time, it's also the requirement, energetic requirement, and the strategy requirement for each level that you have to understand.
And I always say, pay to be in that space, pay to be with that coach, to understand what she has done. So you're seeing the front end of, oh, she sells this and it's so amazing. Yeah, come to work with me. I'll show you what I've done in the lead up to get me to this point. So you can then do that. We can build on the energetics, and then you can also replicate that. So, oh, I love that. Okay, so I've got another juicy question for you. How do you keep the belief that you can achieve your dream when the reality isn't showing the evidence to this? Have you ever experienced this, ladies, and how did you change it?
I think we talk about if evidence a lot, right? So I believe that with the strategy, like with the masculine side of the action pay, like if you have got to where you are by just action, it's the trusting piece of it that you have to start muster up and build up in yourself, because the trust is so needed if you want to go for something mind-blowing. If you wanted to go for, you know, if you here and you're just trying to go for the next hill, yeah, of course, go it by action. Do it by, you know, taking another strategy, learning another ball game, like changing your content, changing your private coaching rate. All of that is working to get to the hill. But if you are here and you're trying to move the next mountain or get to beyond that next mountain, then something beyond yourself has to be immersed inside of you, and that is where trust have to start immersing. Now, trust is something very easy for a lot of people and hard for some, and I wanted to dissect it. How can you build trust? You have to start seeing, you have to start believing that this can happen. Now, after believing is really start seeing the signs, like, oh, people start buying this, people start to say this, like I start seeing a lot of people. If you want multiple six figure and you start seeing a lot of people around you making multiple six figure, that is a sign telling you that, hey, your belief system is opening up to start welcoming this in your energy. So first is working with that belief system to start seeing things differently, changing perspective and changing that I stop focusing on here and just turn around here and start looking at whatever you're having. Now, the next step after that is to building in, like, oh, I start seeing a lot of people doing it, like external, not like external validation, but when you immerse yourself in a community or like a mastermind group or like a mentor who have done it, you started to believe that you can get there. It's not like you have to learn from someone who have done it before, but the belief that they have in their big life goal allow you to believe in your big life goal in the same level or even more. Like when you calibrate to that power, you actually using your inner magic a lot more, and that is why I call myself the activation in potential, because I have strong belief in my goal. I have non-movable faith and trust in myself, in my goal. And that is not how other people around me make money, because they saw that they actually muster up their faith and trust in themselves, in something bigger than themselves, and they started to use up the potential, the magic that they have inside. So from seeing until building the trust, you have to start immersing yourself in a community, in a vibration, gathering people around you who have done miracles things and who have done unconventional things, so that you actually trust it. So I suggest you getting into our communities. Follow Nat, follow me. Like I have a free community called Impact New Strive, or you can go to my Instagram, follow me every day, read everything I say, because that would actually help you see things differently and allow you to start shifting the perspective. When your brain started to find the evidence, oh, this is actually what I like, this is actually working, this is actually doable, this is actually reasonable, then it would allow you to let yourself trust more. Because like if I tell you to jump on like from a high cliff down to the valley without any protection, you would die. Like your body would go into survival attacking mode. This is how a lot of people, spiritual leader would say, like, oh, just trust and jump. No, because you would die. Your body cannot take it. And when you are in survival, when you're in an attacking mode, you can't do anything else. And that actually the end of the business for you. So instead of that, I actually recommend people to start building the belief system first, allow them to see, and then climb a little bit more. And when you're really daring and when you can take that leap, then you actually learning to up level. I actually built my system in that sense of building up the trust, because that is so needed for people to see the next reality without evidence of it.
Yeah. And I think it's two things there. Firstly, surround yourself with who you want to become. You know, surround yourself with 5 people and you'll become that 6th person. So I remember when I was starting off, I would surround myself with 6-figure coaches and entrepreneurs, because I didn't have that around me when I was first starting off my business. So now I make sure I surround myself with the next level of me. The way they're talking and doing and energy and money is just very, very different. And that's what you want to surround yourself with. And the second thing I would say, it's about, this is what I help my clients do, rewire their unconscious mind, because it's not your conscious brain that will actually stop you from achieving that in your business. It's actually the unconscious, the years of conditioning and beliefs that you have got, that is what's stopping you. So doing the work on rewiring how the unconscious mind is actually thinking, which then feels, creates a sensation, which then creates you a different reaction. So
and unconscious is huge. It's so hidden, but it's the most powerful thing to work with. So I think let's wrap up this with a very fast answer on this one. So when do you know it's a strategy problem, or when do you know it's an energy problem you have to work on?
Right, great question. What I would say is it depends what I'd have to know a bit more context about it. But let's say someone comes to me and they're going, Tash, I'm showing up on social media. I am putting out my offers and it doesn't seem to be working. Instantly, to me, I would want to look at their actual following, their engagement. But more importantly, I want to work on their belief. Do they actually believe that they can get to this level of income? Do they actually believe that what the content they're putting out, are they just ticking a box? Oh, I posted on social media today, tick. No, that's not how it works. How was your energy? Like, did it light you up when you were talking on that live about strategy? Was it really exciting you to put that post out there? Because I would always want to work on the energetics first and foremost. Then we're going to work on the strategy. And then I'm going to be like, okay, the hashtags are not working. That is not a good strategy. Right. What
no,
where's the landing page? Where are you selling? Then we'll talk about all the strategy, the sexy stuff, right? But first and foremost, we need to work on you and those belief systems. So for me, hands down, energy, and then we'd back it up with a strategy.
Yeah, well, for me, like it's also the same, but I wanted to circle it back. A lot of my clients is, you know, having 6K day, 10K day, very, very like common, because and usually after a private session, because I just activating them like this, and they just strengthen the belief like this, and that is how they go and they go offer, and everything just flows so easy and effortless when they just go offer in a state of, I own this, I deserve this, and I'm going to receive this, right? So for me, if you have done everything and you have been consistently being plateau at a particular milestone, your business always have 12 people, always have 20 people joining, and not a single more, or like not something significant more, that is something energetic that you have to work on. And energetic is so vast. It can be from unconscious block, it can be emotional block, it can be limiting belief, it can be dark shadow work, it can be inner child trauma, it can be fear, like a lot of things. So emotional mastery is something you have to start investing on, and that is really worth the money to investing on if you want to grow further and further. Multiple six-figure coaches have a really good emotional intelligence, hands down, right? You can get to 5K with actions, I believe, but to get beyond that, you cannot run like a chicken without head. If you don't know what you're doing with your emotion, if you're trying to avoid feeling bad, if you're trying to push away the world and just trying to shut up every single day, do 360-day live stream, you know, challenge, it doesn't work when your energy behind it exhausting, is sadness, because energy speak louder, like vibe never lies, and people sense that. Like people can feel that, oh my gosh, she speaks something right, but I don't want to walk and come close to her, because her energy is actually pushing, her energy is actually like hustling, and that is masculine. Masculine is about like this, and that is how people are trying to get away from you, and you can't actually magnetically inviting more people to be in your energy and work with you. So that for me, plateau is a sign, or when you feel bored, it's a sign that you have to work on your energy.
Yeah.
All right. So excited. So yummy. Thank you so much, Nat, for being here and doing this. Thank you, everyone who's watching. If you're on replay, hashtag drop down the best nudges. If you have tuned in from my podcast, oh my gosh, I would love to hear what you have taken away from this one. And do share with us, what did you love the most? If this is helpful, let me know. Tag me at empower.muse and tag Nat at.
Mine's at Natasha Clark Coaching.
Yes, so please go inbox us, let us know if you got a tons of value from this one. We have a lot of fun time here. Thank you, Nat, so much for doing this, posting this, and being with me. Like, we have so much fun, and I'm sure a lot of things gonna come after this. So if you love to, if you love to follow Nat, where they should follow, and what gifts are you giving today?
Yes, so my best thing is where I hang out as IG. So it's at Natasha Clark Coaching. And I've got a free badass boss babe meditation just for you. It's really about connecting in. Listen to it every day and you will create magic. Let me tell you, I've had the best outcomes from this. So definitely check that out.
Yeah. Now for me, if you love to be in that magnetic vibe and just being uplifting your vibe, is live next week. If you're watching on replay, it's bit.ly/magnetic22, or you can go to my bio and click on the link, and there's a lot of freebie, including the 6-figure milestone masterclass. It's free, it's absolutely free, and you can watch what is a milestone you need to check on. So go to Instagram, empower.muse, and go to link in bio and check out the free gifts. Thank you so much for being here, and I cannot wait to see you in the next time. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.